Retuns, and here's a single player playthrough of Shadowrun Returns. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire even. Cockroaches have fled in search of their accommodations. Not exactly a runner's stream pad. Right now it's about all you have. Running the shadows. It's all health-faced or famine. One day you're Nova hot, working jobs that allows you to eat 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're there. This one, a famine for the ages, staggering fixers, hasn't called the money run out. No, staggering fixers has it's called the money runs out, and then some. I don't know that word, but and free to starve in the corrected society run by mega corps who just want your win. Something needs to change soon. If you don't know, guys, this is my first look at this. Sam Watts. The screen's leapt to life, making you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey, buddy. Hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again. Or worse. Should I give you my con code? Honk. He is owned. Where have you been, Sam? I haven't heard from you in months. Don't bother me. Oh, don't bother me with your side of conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. Probably had it coming. When you're an unsavory character like myself, tend to associate other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business, like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. Wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're leaving high on the hog somewhere. Some of us were born winners, some of them are me. Hey, you remember that Raku run? When things went to hell and we lost Dodd? Or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterwards? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Doubt. That name you haven't heard in a long time. You've been running with new Larry for about 6 months. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dodd almost as well as you did. Dodd never saw anybody die like that before, idiot. This fragged city. It's wet and rain feels like acid when you... And I want out of here. Wait all night. Seems a good guy and he can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run so far, but he needed watching. That run went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer is late. Smell funny to you? Oh yeah, it smells funny. Look at where he set the meeting. It's supposed to be... This was supposed to be a public place. Cut it, Derek. Sam, we both know why Dodd went down. And it wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid ship dream of yours. I've been waiting for this all night. New Larry has something he wants to say, don't you, Larry? Go ahead, spill it. You were sloppy. He laughs. Sloppy, you think? I was sloppy? You'd be twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands, they're shaking. I admit it, if there was something to admit. I was on point. New Larry was supposed to cover Dodd. Some daunts him. He leans into New Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it, don't you, Larry? What was that called you made before when we hit Renraku? How come you couldn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dodd? I've seen you firing a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt or toast before he got his gun cleared the holster. I'm looking at someone, it's not the fixer. Okay guys, we're gonna see where this is going. You charmers are damaged. I'm out. He stops and smiles slowly. It appears on his face. Where I'll take my gun away, Carl? You do know I don't need one. We've got incoming. Looks like my new Raku friends are finally here. And they're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should have chose our friends more carefully, Carl. You owe me several. So, there's a guy there. Ah, it's a shotgun. Okay, Sam? Sam breathing heavily, and he looks shaken. That was a hell of a thing. You're born for this big gig, Carl. Not me so much. I think when I hang it up, find a nice broth somewhere, stay drunk until I croak. What about you? I'll find a safe house out of town. I don't forget my friends. Find who can arrest me, lie with conviction or body bag with justification, either works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Mansion, and McLean. When the job is done, they'll know what to do. Looks at this left chat. Looks, cameras, servers, and shows. We'll dress ma'am next to Sam. Persuade into Mr. Watts, which is Rogers' law firm, has entailed a secure, dedicated phone line, so he may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from a comm link or any other device. Looks at Parl. I've led a direct life. And I probably left a direct corpse. And for people I hurt myself, I don't know, maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I said locator chip in my head these days. If when my heart stops, it will activate, and that's how it'll find me. See you on the slab. Your plane hits SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. A chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long ago, you were. Oh, whoops. Before long, you're sitting in a cramped back seat of a cab, following the signals from Sam's locator chip into the heart of Redmond Barrens. Okay, don't know where that is. Organ Grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether it's from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough or newing, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ, and also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest things to Barron's has to a morgue. It seems like this is where Sam's Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by a smell of death and bleach. I'm in the back. Wash you almost slightly masked by a minty fake brush of okay. Preston. Over recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune with his broad grin. I love my job. A little more than you want or expect from someone in a chop shop trade. He approaches and looks up on the lopsided grin and kindly in his eyes, thought it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, I didn't. So just knew about Sam Moss. What's name? Aunt's name? Name sounds familiar. Didn't know his mother killed herself a while back. From. So you insisted at the time. Well, she offered herself. I had it on a very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me someone to work with. Here's the Ripper case. Is my ticket to Lieutenant Badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ. Well, they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and meta-human autonomy. So, I'm looking for a whacked out surgeon? Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore these days. It's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from military field surgeon was antique medicine aficionado. You're no damn elf dwarf. Lone Star Detective finally notices you and know it's his superhuman power of observation. Who the hell are you? Near my investigations, it will be you on the slab human. He looks back at the dwarf. Dressing. Give me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week, claiming my promotion. Dresden looks amused. You always make friends that easily. He cocked his head on one side. You straight with me. You really gonna work for a dead man? Fascinating again, Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything, but Detective McCluskey, he convinced his own mother if it meant Naruto knew on a week in his paycheck, plus he would take just a pause considering you have the honor to fashion. Honor after fashion. I try honor the dead in my work, so we also have that in common. Unofficial report, she committed suicide about a year ago. My name's on the report, but actual findings some doubts. I'd say it wasn't suicide, but there was an unusual bruise on her upper arm. And if she didn't use her dominant hand pull trigger, I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. I don't know, but someone with a major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. Our organ's worth a stay. A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of new ones, but individual organs not worth as much anymore. What's with all the synth and cyber stuff the markets these days? Organ grinders don't deal in recently deceased. There's plenty other chop shops that aren't as picky though. I don't care where the bodies come from either. Who uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year medical skills, as do coroners. But neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible that some of the similar chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Dresden looks up at you intensively for a moment before speaking. You know I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around the bodies in the lockers and back see anything useful? Okay? I'll go do that. Sam's body is half covered in sterile surgical sheet. His face ashen white. His first time without a smirk below his chest. There's a small pencil, thin incision covered in dry blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Moving around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Shadowrun Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood made it illegible. Cred stick. Standard cred stick. Unsecure cred. A standard cheap unsecure cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Slot to add to your account. Look at purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing and blood thoroughly soaked. The bag sloshed a bit in your hand. Look at handwritten note. You don't see parts of the notes given torn off bits of blood stain. I feel terrible that we are arguing. That we agreed something. We have been friends for. We've been something long. Hate to say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Basic makeup. Cold storage charge on no, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. The cold storage charge opens to a fully clothed body of a man, unfolded across his chest, in addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you'll ever seen. The body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, he's there. One quick move, he jumps down from the jar, stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot the data jack drill into his temple, some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. Interesting combination. I told John to wake me up 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? Doesn't feel like 6 yet. Yeah, Justin thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person who pulled this one on. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. Plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet. That's good. If you weren't after me, then what's your story? Thanks for victim D. Sammy? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then. Over to Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something other, though. Jock yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah. He's on the level working with Sam. Believe it or not, he's some sort of dead man switch. Thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around in the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be season you up, but hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, my name's Jake. And you are? Nice to meet you. Well, sounds like you're taking a drive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam and the others. I was with Sam the other night, and the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at Seamstress Union. That night he tripped out a rowdy, and I'd be laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mr. Kabuta asked me to throw Sam out, so I did, but in the alley some gangers got jump on me. Damn, I need some soy gaff. after John could grab me a cup. Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyways. Now, what's wrong with this intense? You hear a loud screeching sound as Tristan continues to work. Thanks, John, for real pal. Anyways, big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. And yeah, a few Halloweeners gotta jump on us, damn gangers. Thought they could just turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles and gets the impression that you didn't work out as well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, thought that you last saw him until he turned up dead on arrival. It reminds me of my last place. You done this before? It's a long story. I ended up in a morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake here as a regular. You should have started a reward card, Jake. Few more visits and you get a free night stay. Jake laughs. I told you I'll hold you to that, John. Away. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I can use some backup. Settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I'm gonna get rid of that sensor. In turn, I'll take you to a place where Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night, trust me. Jake's eyes you up and down. Maybe I'll throw in a decent supply where we're at. What do you say? Gotta be careful in this street. I'm not one to go back on a deal, though John can vouch for that. Plus, you know where I'm hiding out, right? Doesn't leave me with a lot of room to sell you out. What is that? Great, I've been hiding out here ever since the run-in with those Halloweeners. Many bunch of gangers, but the streets of barrens and it's their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it into this morgue in one piece, so it's packing some heat. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon? You don't like the library windows. You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind, here's a rifle you can borrow. So, alright for an even note town. Well, one of the nastier gangs in town are similar. Symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they led by a troll named John Paul. He's got a Halloweener and a Baron looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. I'll follow your lead. Halloweeners aren't looking for you yet. Running sales sprout sooner or hour later, you'll find yourself in Redmond Barrens. It doesn't matter your business. The Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog, eat dog, slump. Add a dash tourist trap and you got your recipe for mean as hell. You leave to desanitize death formaldehyde and orange grinder. Behind the enter in the anarchy and desperation for the street. Jake stops for a moment to breathe, fill in his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, correlate, who knows? He inhales with an expression of wearying content. Stench of crimes tells him home. In a garbage store alley, high-tech safe was made card reader on the front. Smooth his opens, reveals collection of gear as perfectly matched for your skill. Take the gear. Get over to Luke Bo's house. So welcome to the Barrens. I guess I'll need to find a new spot to hide my gear. Only by the hour. You seen where I stayed the night. You get some. Okay. You got some gear and it'll deal some centimeters. Willows may be dairy, but this woman is far from down Throden. Not that it's my business, but I wouldn't go that way. was starting up some trouble. She points to the south. The road more making fans. They rode in this morning was this fancy set up camp in the old street market. They've been marching up and down the streets all day, shaking anyone down who wanders past. Oh well, there's a troll named John Paul. Real piece of work, even for a leader. I am recording good. Jake checks his pistol. Yep, that's him. Shayla, you think I've done enough to get caught out in the open by one of those assholes? Now I know these streets like the back of my hand. Don't worry about your own skin. Don't need to worry about me. I know how to lay low. They're a tough bunch at the back. Didn't warn ya. Hey, blank wipes. Take a nurse forward and we're going to plant right here. And I'll now, this is one of the two that got away. If you hadn't missed my shot, if I hadn't missed my shot, these idiots would have given up and moved on by now. Right, you're almost Jake. Bad idea, chummer. Only there's a collecting a bounty and killing you. Well, that's a nice bonus. Uncle, I was just playing with you. I'd call it off the rest. It's all of yours, Jake. Call it even, yeah? He smirks. Hey, I'm already at the shoot on sight status. This guy's killing John Paul just means one less meter to shoot. Me in the back while I'm buying smokes. They'll be doing the same to you as they're a profit in. Yeah. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies a flashing red and blue lights ahead. Pull up at Lone Star. Lone Stars and above collect on the corp, issue bounties, and one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. He sighs. Sorry, friend, I think this is where you and my paths diverge. Yeah, sure. He starts leaving and tilts his head back. One more thing, when you're done checking out Rebel's Crime Sale, pop into the Seamstress Union, it's just down the street. You need gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink. It's the place to be. Best drive this side Best drive this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends there. I'm sure you'll get the bottom. Just get to the bottom of the Ripper's business. Ray turns and disappears in a shadow desk of Raymond Barroth. Bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, detected in your eyes. White chalk outlines, dark red stains marking the stab in the pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing at the entrance to the alley, Lone Star operation. Krebs looks very cold and hungry and irritated at the homeless man who's currently pestering him. I keep telling you, I need to get my stuff from this alley or I'm going to die in the cold tonight. Monitor's eyes. You've been trying to explain that this is an official Lone Star investigation, that I can let anyone in here. Yeah, I got the rights. Look. This sinless garbage. You sinless garbage. You got a job to do. Find a new blanket, or I'll find a reason to use my stomping gun. Typical, I hate you pigs. Sorry, now what? Clear the survivor, though. Some invasion of the Greens. He's going to say he's suspicious. You, a copper, or enforcing court. Can't say I'm sorry I missed it. Miss hauling crates for Mr. James up at the market. Can't carry as many things as I used to, so it took a while. Get back in time, and a couple of tourists poking over at my home turf by that jerk face in uniform who had already set up shop in my alley. Sure, for the last couple of months I've been sleeping there, spent my days out doing odd jobs on the street, for the street merchants, panhandling tourists over near Seamstress Union. Well, you know, earlier in the night I saw a big ugly troll in a green hospital scrub snooping around the block. He brought some donuts and 2 cups of soya calf. Dan over there seems nervous. He did everything in his left hand because his right was all screwed up from some cyberware. Can you tell me something about what cyberware? It was big. I think it must have had some hospital attachments. Because I saw some needles. Was a lot like one I saw back in 44. When I got captured by elves, they did all sorts of experiments on me. Let me tell you, I never trusted one of those cyber people. Amidst the shards of glass from the broken lights, there's two distinct sets of footprint, a human, and then at the chalk outline, third set possibly an orc or troll. Orc lights is new, it sees it's normal light, ruin, now closer inspection, has some force shattered at the same time. Looks like a coat blanket only on a string. Printed recipe follows out. Tab recipe for receiver just stated 2 days ago. Right around the corner, reporter time death. Says coyote. Stuff mighty decent of you. I don't see that kind of thing often here, do you? Was it to you? I sold the Plaza Donuts to lost people. I know a lone server profiles many humans. I tell them about trolls that brought donuts from me before the murder. They hauled him. I just need to see anyone will pay the bail. Not today, my friend. See you around. Dwarf merchant back in the sand. Close. She grunts. Sure, I was closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind Union. A couple of seconds later, this guy comes over and across the street. Didn't get a good look at him. Then all the lights and alleys exploded all of a sudden. That got pretty quiet after that. Oh no, around here, that kind of thing gets killed. Bobby. Hey, Jama. You got a tasty morsel for AI, just whatever well-dressed shadowrunner should have in his back pocket. Let me see what you have. Nah. No thanks. Well guys, that'll be it for today.